Hi everyone, and thanks for tuning in to see what FightZone is all about. I began training in the martial arts back in 1981 at the age of 11, and I've never looked back. I loved martial arts even before I began training at a real martial arts school. Every Sunday morning I would watch Kung Fu action theater and mimic their moves as best I could. Names like Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris, Billy Jack, they all became commonplace in my life. And these men were my heroes, and I wanted to be just like them. Strong, tough, and unafraid of everyone. So when the opportunity came for me to join a real martial arts school, man, I jumped at the chance. My older brother's friend Brian was a black belt in Taekwondo at a school that was nearby. He talked my mom into letting my brother and myself join. She would never let me join a martial arts school because she thought we were just going to simply pick fights all the time. And well, my brother didn't. But once Brian explained to her what martial arts was all about, she quickly allowed us to join. Since that time, I've trained and competed, and I've mastered the styles of Taekwondo, boxing, kickboxing, American karate, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, Filipino knife and stick fighting, adrenaline-based self-defense, musical forms, weapon forms. I even spent over a decade competing at tournaments and also in full-contact kickboxing. I also trained for several MMA fights, and this was all in an effort to improve my skills as a martial artist. And yet still, it wasn't good enough. In my early 20s, I heard a phrase that has helped me guide my life in many areas. And that phrase was, I'm happy but not satisfied. I loved it as soon as I heard it, and I really took it to heart as a young man. I was happy with my results as a fighter, a tournament competitor, a boss, a business owner, as an athlete, but no, I was most certainly not satisfied. FightZone is a result of that phrase. Not too long ago, I found that my normal workouts were simply not challenging me to the degree that I wanted them to. I wasn't exactly bored with them, but I just wasn't getting enough out of it for myself. So I began looking for a new way to train, a better way. FightZone was the answer. However, I knew I needed more than just a good training session to keep me challenged and motivated. I needed something that would improve me on every level and not just physically. I needed to find a way to physically train a mental attitude so that I could improve my life all at once. So I created FightZone. I needed something new, something inspiring, interesting, motivating, emotionally and physically engaging, something innovative, something up-to-date, fresh, and most importantly, tough. Now for you, that might sound odd, but for me, I know that I really only enjoy my training sessions when it's hard because that's when I'm fully engaged in the process. I love the challenge that muscle failure brings. I love the test that a difficult session of cardio throws at me. And when I say cardio, I'm not talking about walking on the treadmill. I'm talking about some real hardcore cardio. FightZone is a test, believe me. So, I began to ask myself a few questions like, what will make me faster, stronger, train longer, and make me a better fighter? What will make me look better and feel better? What will be the most fun? What will put on muscle, take off fat, yet make sure it doesn't slow me down by making me bulky? The answers to those questions are in FightZone, and they come after a considerable amount of time and a considerable amount of money spent on my part to do more, learn more, and master more. In FightZone, you'll eat differently. You'll train differently. You'll set goals differently. Why? Because in order to reach a new level in life, you have to start doing things differently from what you've always done. To paraphrase Einstein, the current problems of today cannot be solved with the same level of thinking that got us in this situation in the first place. And FightZone is different. But FightZone isn't for everyone, and that's for sure. And there's two main reasons for that. The first reason is I'm only taking 10 people into the 60-day course, as my time is extremely limited, and I need to give my clients in FightZone 100% effort and dedication, and I can't do that if I'm overloaded and stretched thin with 20 or 30 clients. I just can't do it. So 10's my limit. Many people I train, they simply just don't want to work hard to get their results. Most people are happy with telling their friends that they want to kickbox a few days a week, and if that's you, FightZone really probably isn't an option. So who is FightZone for? Well, FightZone is for people who want to improve their performance inside the gym. They want to get stronger and faster. They want to get leaner and more toned. They want to learn something new or refine something old. They want to be challenged both physically and mentally. Maybe there's somebody that wants to be or needs to be held accountable. FightZone is for people who expect more from themselves, who hold themselves to a higher standard than others would. It's for people who are looking for something new, for people who want more passion and motivation from life, for people who are willing to put in the time into learning and growing, and for people who are looking for that next level. So that's who FightZone is for. And at this point, I'm sure you're saying, can I just find out what FightZone actually is? And yes, you can. Here it is. FightZone is a program designed to build you in a way that you want to be built. It's completely customizable to fit your specific needs and wants in your life, yet it also blends in perfectly with our kickboxing, boot camp, MMA, and martial arts classes. It's also customizable because you might have certain injuries or limitations that you need to be able to work around. And boy, we can do that. I mean, if there's anybody who knows about limitations, it's going to be me. Plantar fasciitis, arthritis riddled through my body, herniated discs, torn ligaments, deviated septums, concussions. I've had it all, so I have limitations, yet I find a way to be able to work around them, and I can do that for you as well. So what are you going to get in FightZone? Well, you're going to get a couple of things. You're going to get a FightZone handbook, and this is a very long PDF that'll be emailed out to you. It goes into complete detail about what the course is, what it isn't, how to work it, how to use it. It has your nutrition program in there. It has everything from A to Z inside that booklet, and once you get it, after you've signed up, I strongly urge you to read through it at least twice. You're also going to get 3 fitness assessments, and these are great because it's a baseline for you to be able to work from to see how well you're improving, whether that's strength or cardiovascular endurance or even flexibility. You also get 3 body composition tests. It tells you how many pounds of fat you have on you, how many pounds of muscle you have on you, what your body fat percentage is, and what your measurements are. And that's a great baseline too, because obviously we want to add muscle and take away the fat. You're going to get weekly workouts. Now, you could do these or not do these. It's completely up to you, but you're going to get them regardless. And it's a great way. These workouts are going to be specifically designed for you, and you can use them 2 or 3 times a week in conjunction with our classes here at the school, and they're not going to burn you out. Okay, now again, FightZone is a 2-month course. It's 60 days, and boy, we're going to be able to speed you up. If you need to extend that out another 30 days, we can talk about that too. So you'll have the weekly workouts, so you can do them on your own, or you can come in here and do them if you'd like. You're also going to have weekly motivational emails mailed to you. You can read them or not read them. It's up to you. But a lot of times, 99.9% of the people that I work with find these extremely helpful. You'll also have MP3 downloads, and they're motivational MP3 downloads, so you can pop them into your iPod, listen to them as you're driving to work. You can put them on a CD, whatever you want to do with them. You're going to have a FightZone goal setting workbook. Inside it, you're going to have goal setting sheets. It's going to tell you the common mistakes people make when they set goals, why people don't set goals, why you should set goals, and how to properly set those goals along with timelines too. So it's an extremely thorough workbook, the most comprehensive workbook you're ever going to find specifically on how to set goals, because that is ultimately what guides our life and our daily actions. You're also going to get a goal setting FightZone CD, so you can pop that in the car. If you prefer to have an MP3 download, I can do that, and you can just pop it into your iPod or something. If you are a martial arts student, or if you're interested in ranking yourself in the martial arts, we can do that too. We can talk about belt rank advancement. You're also going to get a nutritional and food program. It's very comprehensive. Well, actually, it's very basic, but it's pretty thorough. I don't go into macro and micronutrients. I don't think we need to know that for the results that we're going to get. What we need to know is exactly what to eat to get us the results that we're looking for, and that's what this does. Now, I can tell you now and give you a little heads-up warning that most people, when they read this, their eyes bug out of their head, and they're like, "You want me to do what?" And my question to you is, when you read that, is, are you interested in methods or are you interested in results? If you are fully 100% interested in results, you're not going to worry too much about the method. So this is a certain method, and it has always gotten results for people. Of course, you're going to have workout log sheets because you need to be able to track what you're doing and the results you're getting. Now, here's the real good one. You're going to get 8 30-minute private lessons with me. That's 8 30-minute private lessons with me. We can do them in the morning. We can do them at noontime. We can do them before classes. And every once in a while, we'll be able to do them after classes. I'm a little drained at that time, but I can wake myself up for you. But here's what's great about that. You can use them for anything you want. I mean, we can sit in my office and we can talk about how to set goals, how to go over all the goal setting CDs. We can if you're really interested in advancement in a belt rank, we can go over curriculum and make sure that you're really getting that stuff down. If you're interested in competing or fighting, or maybe just getting better with cardiovascular endurance, or you want 30-minute workouts. We can do that as well. So your 30 minutes or your 30 minutes, you tell me what you want and we'll get it done, okay? So that's what you're going to get in FightZone. You're going to get a lot of things. So again, that's a lot, but the best part of FightZone, outside of the fact that you'll be working one-on-one with me, is that this program is also designed to give you the framework of what to do and in the future so that you'll be able to continue to do this on your own in our normal training sessions here at Family Martial Arts. The concept of FightZone is give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. If you teach a man how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. Over the many years I've been working with people, it's become very apparent that most people simply don't know how to train properly. They don't know how to eat properly, set goals properly, motivate themselves properly, or how to stay consistent with their actions for a long period of time. I think that's mainly people just don't know because they've never been taught. And I think for the most part, people don't know how to teach it. I mean, my parents certainly didn't have any of this information to pass along. God love them, but they were just not physical specimens. They weren't athletes. They didn't know anything about this stuff. The school systems I came up in, they didn't know any information of this to be able to pass it along. My football coaches, my wrestling coaches, I mean, they did the best they could, but they really didn't have this information. I had to go find this information. I had to go live this information, and now I'm able to pass it along to you. So FightZone is going to teach you all of that. Now, your next question is, what does FightZone cost? Well, the value of FightZone, if you were to purchase each of those components separately, it's well over $1,500. But for you guys, the students and families of Family Martial Arts, it's going to be marked down to $699, which is just about, somewhere around half the value. However, I'd like to offer you a 25% discount if you enroll into FightZone between now and Saturday, November 30th. So that's going to bring the cost down to only $524. That's a considerable amount of savings for you guys, especially when you're looking at the 8 30-minute private lessons really underlying everything. Another question you might be asking is there an age limit to FightZone? And yes, there is. I actually will work with kids as young as 9 years old in this program. A lot of people might be thinking that 9 years old is too young, but I don't. I've been working with kids for decades, and 9 is not too young for this program. Again, because it's customizable, it's not going to be too intense. It's going to be at a level that's going to challenge a 9 or 10 or 11-year-old kid. But I want you to imagine this. Imagine how a child is going to turn out when they're an adult if they know how to live their life based on solid plans, which are based upon their life's most important goals. Because again, goals are going to be able to guide us on a daily basis. Imagine what that child is going to be like as an adult if they've learned how to work hard to achieve results. Today's society is many times referred to as the microwave society or the drive-through society because we want what we want when we want it, and that is right now. People of today have lost the work ethic that was so prevalent in America not so long ago. FightZone helps to overcome that procrastination and laziness and helps to develop a strong work ethic in everyone who's in the program, including a 9, 10, or 11-year-old kid. This is going to put them light years ahead of other kids their age. So don't wait. Join FightZone today. Email me at coachjohnkyle@gmail.com. Again, that's coachjohnkyle@gmail.com, or you can call me. The number is 303-699-1800. Again, that's 699-1800. As a reminder, I'm only taking 10 people into the FightZone program, so you better hurry.